Wednesday, August 7th, and welcome to the Damon Brew Show, brought to you by Ike Sandwiches, powered by BetUS, and it is great to have you here. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much. And Brandon Aiyuk, what do you want? What do you want, man? What do you want, Brandon Aiyuk? I remember us saying, the 49ers should have felt this or seen this coming. And today we're learning that they did. And John Lynch very much tried to get a deal in place pre-NFL draft to move Brandon Aiyuk to New England, or let's call it Cleveland, or let's call it Pittsburgh, or let's call it wherever. But there was a deal in place, it certainly looks like, with the New England Patriots that Brandon Aiyuk then took a look at and said, nope. What do you want? What was the dollar amount that you said no to in New England, Brandon? Because if it was more than what the 49ers were offering, what do you want? I'll tell you what he should do. I'll tell you what the right choice would be, is to realize that a lot of these NFL dollars, if you can avoid injury, are waiting for you. Now, that's a big if, and I understand any player who wants to get a deal done to ensure their financial futures. I get it. I really do. That's a brutal, scary, tough guy sport if there ever was one, and your tomorrow is never promised. But man, Brandon Aiyuk has an awful lot of ways to play this other than the way he's played it. And it feels like everyone has just played it so poorly, the game continues to stall. Well, what do we got different today than yesterday? A couple of days ago, we had the Brandon Aiyuk about to be dealt rumor that was totally debunked. There's not a single credible person that had it. Today, there is another rumor, Andrew Filipponi, who I've talked about. He's been covering the Steelers for a long time. He is not an attention-grabbing, look-at-me type of media member. And he says, he reports, has not been confirmed by anyone with NFL Network next to their name. All the usual suspects have yet to confirm what Andrew Filipponi put out this morning, saying that the Steelers have a verbal agreement in place with the 49ers for Brandon Aiyuk. Details are being hammered out. The wide receiver is coming to Pittsburgh. Maybe. Look, I'm not trying to disrespect Andrew Filipponi or his connections or his sources, but nobody else has this. I will also say that it feels like an awful lot of the negotiation around Brandon Aiyuk, what we do know of, it's only verbal, right? Nothing's been really put in writing, or whatever was put in writing in New England. Brandon Aiyuk took a look at it and said, nah, not interested. So, Brandon, what do you want? Do you want the most amount of money available? Because it sounds like you might have said no to that. Do you want to remain on a Super Bowl contender? Because it doesn't seem like you're really working your way towards that. Again, I would just suggest you go and watch Netflix's Receiver, see how totally unhappy Davante Adams is with the team he wanted to play for. I mean, he grew up a Raiders fan. He wanted to be a Raider. He wanted to be there with Derek Carr. Derek Carr leaves, gone. That didn't change the fact that he still wants to be a Raider. The guy is freaking miserable. I don't care how much money you can stack on top of other stacks of dollars and money. You're never happy when you're losing in football. It's just kind of the rule. So if there's a pile of money that will make Brandon Aiyuk forget about how important winning football is to happiness, it seems like he wanted to turn that down. So do you want to come back now? Can we find an accord? No, you're not going to be back at the table with the 49ers. This whole thing is officially doing the one thing we said, just don't do that. And that was linger. It lingers, it never goes away. And because of it, everybody is A, a little crazy, B, a little upset, C, a little more nuts than they need to be over something that should have been put to bed a long time ago, but it doesn't feel like anybody has the guts to really pull the trigger on anything. There's plenty of blame to go around, but what do you really want, Brandon Aiyuk, is sort of a question I don't know if he can even answer right now. A little hair in my mouth there. Sorry. It's a live show, folks. Thank you very much for being here. Like and subscribe. There's the sip of the day right there. Got up early, making a little coffee this morning. I needed it. I was up late last night. Joined a Boston radio show, Adam Kaufman's radio show on WRKO out of Boston on a station called The Gambler. So obviously there is a big gambling slant to his sports coverage. And he had me on. And he had me on for a couple segments. We talked about the 49ers, the Brandon Aiyuk situation, and like what it meant to actual on-field world of football. And then we did a second segment where we got into the gambling minutia of it all. I don't know if this is exactly the sponsorship agreement that our good friends at BetUS have agreed to. And by the way, you can find a link to BetUS in the description of this video right here. But I was asked about, some props, starting with Brock Purdy. Let me take you behind the scenes here, all right? Let me take you to this. Oh, I got to make this a little bit bigger. Look at me trying to use the technology. But this is the BetUS website, and we're looking at player props. And that top line right there, maybe I can make it a little bigger for you. Right there, that is the 2024-2025 regular season passing yardage for Brock Purdy. Right on top there. The over is 3,900 and a half passing yards. The under is 3,900. So I was asked, Damon, how would you bet that? It's a full-on layoff. I mean, I'm trying to give good gambling advice, right? This is one of those situations where the 49, it's a layoff from every prop situation. Team total, team win total, Brandon Aiyuk's props, George Kittle's props, Debo's props, Christian McCaffrey's props. Everything changes whether or not Brandon Aiyuk is or not on this team. You can't bet anything definitively with the 49ers. You don't want to go into a team or a situation where you're laying down big money on something only to have the parameters of how that something operates change dramatically, maybe, if Brandon Aiyuk really were to end up in another city. So this is a full-on layoff. Stay away. Stay away. BetUS is where I want you to go, and use the link in the description. But when it comes to betting on the 49ers right now, boys and girls, that is a full layoff. Uncle Damon giving you the gambling advice you need.
BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book.
Oh, did I get that wrong? Hold on. Let me get that ad in.
BetUS.com. Get it all. Huge bonuses, great odds, a race book, live in-game betting, and a casino. BetUS, my online sports book and casino.
I mean, look at the sophistication. We're sharing web pages. We're playing commercials. I actually got a video I'm going to try to incorporate in today's show. Wish me luck. We're trying to level up here as we're getting ready for preseason football. But again, BetUS, there's a link in the description. Since we're talking about the wonderful sponsors here on the show, let me tell you, it's time for you to go to Ike's for lunch. Get yourself to Ike's for lunch today. Don't wait another day before you start using his app to order sandwiches. You got special pick two of 3 options to get out for your combo meal. You get a drink, get a dessert, get a bag of chips for an extra of $4.50 added on. Use the Ike's Reward app to order a sandwich. Order the Damon Bruce. I'm freaking delicious. You know you've wanted me in your mouth. Put me in your mouth. Speaking of that's delicious, put it in your mouth. How about a nice pint of Guinness, and do it at the Dubliner West Portal? We love the guys at the Dubliner. Dubliner guys invited me to come on out to the final A's game ever in a suite with them. I said, oh, a concrete bunker? Sure. I've been to like 6 last A's games ever, 6 last games ever at the Coliseum. Why not hit another one? So I'm going to be hanging out with the Dubliner boys. Always good to see them. Make sure you pop on in and say hi to Kenny and John for me at the Dubliner West Portal. Go to Ike's, drop your bets on BetUS, and there we go. Sponsors, we love you. You take care of the station. We take care of you. And thank you very much for taking care of us. Like and subscribe. That's how you take care of what we are doing over here. Albert wants to know, how long before we get an Ike's video sandwiches in these live streams? We do need some sandwich porn. We absolutely need to film some sandwich porn. It should be the Daily Ike's commercial should just be a picture of the Damon Bruce sandwich getting made. That would be sexy. Bet US, that is the answer to all your gambling fun. But again, lay off the 49ers right now. When you start going for the 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000, I wouldn't put a penny of that on the 49ers right now because we don't know who they are. We don't know how they're going to function. We don't know what they look like. Individual team totals, 49ers are in full layoff mode until we know more about Brandon Aiyuk. We know that the AI crowd is officially out for Brandon Aiyuk. I mean, look at this. Is this funny? Can we kind of laugh at this? Let me share this. This is the scary future on the internet for all of us. Here is what AI thinks of the Brandon Aiyuk situation. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this up. Let me do this. Let me go over here. Let me share that instead. Let me take this. Let me share the whole screen. And are you ready? Here we go. This is AI at its funniest, but this is why you can't look at the internet and trust anything anymore. Look how real this is, and obviously it's not, based on what John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan are about to say.
Aiyuk's agent is a huge pain in my butt, man. We offered the guy $26 million a year. He had one good season and thinks he's Jerry Rice. Brandon cares more about money than competing for Super Bowls, so that puts us in a tough position.
John, will you shut the hell up? We're in a press conference here, and I thought we talked about this. I've got no good receivers left, and you're about to let my best deep threat go to the Cleveland Browns or something, and you must have got CTE while you were playing for my dad. Just get Brandon to sign the fucking contract.
Christ, Kyle, I'm not going to pay Brandon $30 million. I'll trade him and get someone cheaper, plus I can probably get us a bunch of draft picks.
What am I supposed to do with draft picks, John? Man, there's no way I can defeat that cheeseburger-eating bastard, Andy Reid, when my cheapskate boss can't get deals done. This job is aging me worse than a baboon's ass in a hurricane of monkey dick.
Why are you confident that
A baboon's ass in a hurricane of monkey dick? I mean, that's just... AI is here to give us disinformation or make us laugh, I guess. Good Lord. What a scary future we're all sitting in right now in the present. That looked real. It sounded real. It obviously is not real, but boy, it feels real. I wonder if we sodium pentothal both of those guys and asked for their real evaluation, if their real evaluation wouldn't sound anything like that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. By the way, how are we taking the new test drive out? Did you guys hear that? Did you? Oh, awesome. There you go. Nathaniel Richards, thank you. Sam Bruno, Mike, this is hilarious. Oh, good. It came on out. So, look, man. We got Yellow Snowman says, I wish they were transparent like that. Look out, Ted is feeling it. Damon, learning new tricks. Who says you can't teach an old clown new tricks? Thank you very much. Is it an old dog? Am I a clown? I don't know. I don't even care, but isn't that nuts? And this is where we are. This is officially now where we are in the AI mocking the never-ending, never-changing, always pain in the ass situation that the Brandon Aiyuk situation has become. That's where we are in this storyline. Where are we in the timeline? We're at the everybody is freaking sick of it, making fun of it, get something done, please timeline. Or, you know what I really want the 49ers to do? Just come on out and say, you know what? We declare war. We declare war. He is in here. We're making him play on his option, and that's that. You want to go to mattresses? You want to go to DEFCON 1? Well, then go there. Go there, because trying to massage this gently has produced zero results. We are in a zero results phase of any negotiations happening here. And if you're telling me that they've told Team Aiyuk, like Ollie oxen free, go get a deal and bring it back to us, I hope the Niners scrutinize that deal hard and say, you know what? We carved a deal that we liked together. You said no to it. You rejected it. We're trying to do right by you. You said you wanted the biggest bag. If we put you in New England and New England really put 28, 29 million in front of you and you told them no, like, dude, you want $30 million? Then get to free agency. Because getting $30 million right now agreed to doesn't seem to be a reality for you, Brandon Aiyuk. So there you go. You know, there's a lot of things in the world that we want. Can you realistically have them? I don't know if Brandon Aiyuk is realistically looking at a $30 million a year contract anywhere. And if you were interested, aren't you sort of looking back at all this and just going, God, this guy is a little bit of a headache? From someone who had no headache rumors attached to him, Brandon Aiyuk is now a throbbing frontal lobe Excedrin level headache. Now, everybody who's involved is paid to deal with these headaches, and I'm not trying to be like other content creators who now want to paint Brandon Aiyuk as the bad guy or the victim. He is neither. He's trying to conduct business in a realm that it may not truly exist for him. That's the frustrating part of all this. Again, what you want and what you actually can go out and get are two different things. My 5-year-old son has learned a phrase. I don't know if he learned this at school around his friends, but I love it because he keeps on saying it, and I want him to take his own advice. Jack has been saying, you get what you get, and you don't get upset. Correct. Sometimes you just gotta, here's the stick, hold it. That's it. I don't know what more can be done about this, but what a headache. I do know this. We are getting closer to
Maximum Football!
Look at all the bells and whistles on today's show. Come on. We got 49ers and Titans on Saturday. I hope you plan on joining me. We are going to be all over the preseason game. We will be doing post-game. We will start at the 2-minute warning. We've been told by the 49ers there's not a lot of starters in this one, so we're going to get a look at the depth chart. Hooray, hurrah. I'm just happy to have football back. 2 preseason games on Thursday, 3 preseason games on Friday, 9 preseason games on Saturday. That includes the 49ers and Titans going off. I believe it starts around 4 o'clock local San Francisco time. And then 2 final games on Sunday. So by the time we get to Monday, we'll be through preseason week 1 officially. We got Hard Knocks out there right now. I got to watch that episode. Bears are on Hard Knocks. I'll watch that. Taped it last night. What else we got going on here? I was asked here in a super chat. I saw a super chat come on in. Here it is from Ali Keanu. I don't know. Ali Keanu. Thank you very much for the super chat. What do you think of Krueger going back to radio? I'm happy for Larry. Larry's going to help KNBR's 49er coverage. I love the fact that he's going to get more access to the team. That's going to benefit the show that we continue to do together, Wake Up, which, by the way, will be back on Friday. Larry's been so busy covering training camp. But look, it's great that it happened for him. Larry's been hired by KNBR 3 times now, and I'm happy for him. He's good at what he does. He will make the station better. Apparently, you can go home again unless your name is Damon Bruce, but that's fine. I am so happy to be here. I'm happy for Larry. Larry and I are going to continue to dominate right here on YouTube, individually, collectively. I'm happy for anyone. I'm happy for anyone who gets the opportunity to bring more cash in as they're doing what they love doing, and that's what Larry gets to do. Probably won't be a boatload of cash, but it gives him the station's credibility. Not that Larry needed KNBR's credibility. Larry's got more credibility than most. So I'm happy for him. Business as usual on the Krug show. Indeed, it will be business as usual. He's not giving up YouTube at all. But I'm happy that he gets another platform. G. Martinez goes, Larry is dead? Or excuse me, Larry, radio is dead? Larry's not dead. Radio is dead. Radio's dying. And there's no amount of Larry going back on the air that's going to change that. Like, there's two things happening right now. The business around radio is dramatically changing, and consumer habits are dramatically changing as well. And you put two together, you have the hard to evaluate media landscape that everybody's trying to figure their way out through. I'll be very happy for Larry getting an opportunity to go back to the radio. I don't know if it will help him build his career as much as what he's doing on YouTube right now. Roddy, who's our one guy always watching on Twitch. Thank you, Roddy. Does this mean you'll be less critical of KNBR? No, I'm not going to be less critical of anyone. There's no one holds the strings on me. Okay? That's the beauty of being over here and being independent. I am not going to be, there are no favors. No quarter asked, no quarter given. If KNBR ever wanted to put me back on the air, they got my number, they know where I am. I would also suggest that the silence is deafening. So if that call ever comes, okay. If it doesn't, that's okay too. I was talking to Larry about this. I'm like, you got to book me as a guest on one of your early shows. And if they tell you can't come on, well, then we'll know. So we'll see. We'll see if there's a ban on Damon Bruce being back on radio in any way, shape, or form quickly. What I do know is I love hanging out with you right here. I've never had more fun. I've never felt freer than I do right here, right now. The Space Cowboy dropping a little super chat. A red hand pointing up. Well, thank you so very, very much for doing that. Oh, we got another one in here. Hold on. I try to like these things as they come in, try to acknowledge these things as they come in. Ben Affleck's double chin. Okay. Said Aiyuk, follow Larry's lead and take the bag. Take the offer. Look, I don't know if there's a big radio bag waiting for anyone, but the exposure is nice. Otis Bird saying it's great that you guys will still have Wake Up. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do we got here, too? We got... Larry said radio was dead. Well, he's right about that. I mean, folks, it's changing. Like, anyone who wants to say, like, oh, yeah, radio is thriving, nothing to worry about, is lying. So, yeah, radio is dead, and it wasn't working for Larry until it did again. And then everything is business as usual until things change, and I'm happy for the change there. Damon, don't pull punches. Dude, we swing from the hip. Come on. Little San Bruno Mike. Third time's a charm for egg mints. Yeah, yes. We have some really weird sayings and traditions here. Chef A, we love hanging out with you, Damon. I love hanging out with you. No doubt. Jude, good to see you in here. It's been a while since I've been able to watch you live. You seem like you're hitting like almost every day. Thank you very much. You're looking more and more like a full blowout show. Congrats on all the success. Isn't that amazing? And we're learning. Again, we know just enough to maybe be a touch dangerous. Damon. Ratto and Bruce was legit. Ratto seemed like he hated his job every day. He did. He did. He really did. Sporticus saying, Damon, there's a little delicious irony in Larry going back to the radio and then taking that radio money to YouTube to facilitate radio's extinction. Yeah. Here's the thing. The fact that radio tried to become like opposed to growth on YouTube. Look, you better be a media company right now, even if you're just a radio company. Another super coming in from Ali. Double dipping in the supers today. In my opinion, Larry should stuck it to him. He said radio was dead or dying. Props to him, but he could have made a point. Sadly, he didn't. Again, it's access. It's access. KNBR still got a big flag. And when you can have that flag behind you, when you can say you're marching under that flag, you know, Larry now is probably going to be more likely to get Kyle Shanahan to come on his YouTube show. He's more likely to get access to players and that he's already got access to. I think it'll work out well for everyone, right? I think it'll work out well for everyone. And True Blue Forever is totally right about this. Ray hates everything. Yeah, he does, but in a good way. In a very, very good way. QJ says, yo, I'm late to my favorite YouTube channels. What's going down? Like and subscribe to one of the chillest dudes on YouTube. QJ, thank you very much. Always a great day unless you make other plans. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Again, Cap says, Larry doesn't hold grudges. Me, my entire personality is built on a sequence of grudges, I guess. Damon, please don't quit YouTube. There is no quitting YouTube, baby. It's the future. The freaking ball bearings over here. Let me tell you what's coming up, though, on the future of this show. On Thursday's show, Eric Crocker is going to be joining me. Eric Crocker, a great content creator. He's had a cup of coffee in the NFL. He is a guy that if you are around the 49ers, you probably know his work. Eric Crocker is a great guest, and he's going to be joining me coming up on 11 a.m. Thursday's show. We're also going to be having what else is coming up? I got Friday is the return of Wake Up. And then Friday at 11 a.m., I am not going to be doing a show because guess what? The Duchess is coming to town. My mom is coming to town. So I've got a busy Friday and weekend. We're throwing the boys a big combined birthday party this weekend. I got to go out and buy a piñata today. It's funny. It's like I'm Googling places to go buy a piñata, and like 400 pins drop in like a two block radius of the Mission. So I'm just going to go to the Mission and apparently walk into anywhere and pretty much get a piñata. That's going to be fun. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Crocky's coming. Croc, Locked On Niners. Rockin' New Era knows what's up. Stockton's finest. Crocky knows what's up. He knows his football. Thank you, Cap. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. He and I are long overdue. Long overdue. Let's see. The 49ers released Tyreek Owens today. Terrell Owens' kid got released. Jim Harbaugh got a 4-year show cause from college, and it's got nothing at all to do with the Connor Stallions situation. This is for recruiting improprieties directly related to COVID. It is impermissible recruiting contacts for Jim Harbaugh, all things that he denied on the way to winning a championship at Michigan. And, you know, like it's the old saying goes that sirens always follow success. Sirens always follow success when it comes to college football. And Jim Harbaugh, that Chargers job better work out because going back to college is going to be a little bit of a sticky situation with a 4-year show cause hanging over him. So there's that. Another super chat. I can tell football season's around the corner. The super chats are starting to flow. Damon, I've always wondered why 95.7 wasn't Ratto's. Why was Ratto's theme Soul Finger? Was that his jam? No, any music that you ever heard on my show, I was playing it. But Ratto did like Soul Finger. He did like the Barkays. Ratto actually has a better taste in music than you would have ever given Ray credit for. Ray actually had some really good taste in music. And who doesn't like Soul Finger by the Barkays? It's like in the movie Spies Like Us. What is that, Soul Finger? So again, we got Wake Up back on Friday. We got Eric Crocker joining us at 11 o'clock on Thursday. On Saturday, we will be doing some preseason post-game and Damon after 49ers and Titans wrap up. I hope you hit notify when you hit subscribe and like, and that way you won't miss anything we do when we go live to Marketplace. And speaking of Marketplace, we wrap up today's show with this. Lauri Markkanen is not going to be showing up in Chase Center unless he's playing for the Utah Jazz this coming season, because he has a new agreement with the Utah Jazz. Lauri Markkanen, a 5-year, $238 million extension with the Jazz. Look, Brandon Pajemski and the Warriors' just desire to not trade him is what held up this deal. Apparently, Utah said, if you want Markkanen, Pajemski's got to be in the deal, and that made the Warriors walk away. They've walked away from Markkanen the entire year because the new deal in Utah means he can't be traded for 6 months from today. 6 months from today is past the trade deadline, which means Lauri Markkanen is not showing up this year in any way, shape, or form to help the Golden State Warriors, which gets right back to two facts. Brandon Pajemski better be fucking tits, okay? He better be awesome in year 2 and make that huge step forward, because you just refuse to trade for an all-star in the name of protecting Brandon Pajemski, a player that I really like, but he now better fit that bill. And 2, you better play some defense, Golden State Warriors. This entire year's motto better be Draymond Green, lead us there defensively each and every night, because that's the only way the Golden State Warriors are going to get through what they look like right now. Chillax is saying, look out. Details being hammered out now. Oh my God, Steelers. Is it going to be Steelers? Might be Steelers? Yes, Steelers. No Steelers. Some Steelers. Kind of Steelers. Oh my goodness. Again, tell me when it happens. I don't need another Brandon Aiyuk rumor. Brandon Aiyuk about to. Brandon Aiyuk might. Brandon Aiyuk this, that, the other. When it's done, call me. When it's done, call me. Meanwhile, just absolutely loving the Olympics. I'm going to miss it when it's gone. I love having the Olympics on every night. It is my favorite. Somebody described it as sports tapas. It's perfect. You get a delicious little bite of some world-class competition and then go on to the next thing. The Olympics really is. It's sports tapas. I love that. It's perfect. So how about this? 3 things to wrap up today's show. And then again, join us on Thursday. Join us on Thursday for Eric Crocker. Looking forward to that. The Giants have dipped back below 500. They just cannot get over 500. Blake Snell, who's been so hot. Snell, so hot right now. Blake Snell, he goes this afternoon as they try to at least guarantee a split of the series in Washington. The White Sox broke their American League record losing streak with a win over the A's last night. The Sox are now just 60 games under 500, so good luck to them. Oakland A's, cataclysmic embarrassment from every conceivable direction, except for the baseball team, which is actually better than anyone could have expected. I mean, they're not good, but they're better than anyone could have expected. And we wrap up with this. Happy 89th birthday to Lee Corso. Still the most famous product in Indiana football history, Lee Corso. Coached the Hoosiers. He has been, officially entering that Joe Biden, probably a little bit too old for this phase of his career, but Lee Corso remains on College game day. He's 89. He is a national treasure, and let's just enjoy Lee for as long as we have him, because we probably won't have him much, much longer. Thanks to CT Niner again. He's already forward promoting Thursday's show. Damon and Crocker is going to be a great show. Can't wait for Thursday. Well, can't wait to have you back here. Thank you so very, very much for being here today. You are my kind of people. Let's see. Do we have anything happen officially here with Brandon Aiyuk? Did it officially go down? No? Yes? I don't know. Call me when it's freaking over. And let me tell you when the show is freaking over. It's freaking over right now. We tried new bells and whistles. They sort of worked. We played a video. It kind of worked. We did a commercial, had to restart it, but kind of worked because I pushed a wrong button during it. Thanks to BetUS. Again, the description, the link that you need to follow to BetUS is in the description of this video. And right now, 125% deposit match up to $2,000 on BetUS. Have an awful lot of fun there. Get to Ike's, get to the Dubliner and West portal, and get yourself a fantastic Wednesday, no matter where you are. Thank you so much for tuning in. You are my kind of folks. There is no doubt about it. Sports don't build character. They reveal it. And like that, he's